Hello and welcome. I'm Janet Connor. Please come into my writing chapel. I would like to show you how I pray with my Intention Mandala. Before we begin, I want to show those of you who may not be familiar with an Intention Mandala what an Intention Mandala is and introduce you to my personal conditions. I live in intention. I say my prayers out loud. I work in sacred space. You're in my sacred space now. I do my holy work. This is where I do it. I focus only on what's coming in. If you know the story, I was going through bankruptcy and a little obsessed with what was going out. So an important condition for me is to focus only on what's coming in, and I have a grateful heart. So the prayer practice began standing in front of that mandala, renewing my conditions. I'd like to show you, just for fun, the second one I made in the middle of that year. The conditions are unchanged. It was simply a different way of illustrating, making it a tad prettier. And then this was my 2011 mandala. This is the mandala that created Your Soul Wants 5 Things. This is another miracle mandala. 2011 was my big pot year. You can see the conditions have not changed. I still live in intention. I say my prayers out loud. I work in sacred space. I do my holy work. I focus only on what's coming in, and I have a grateful heart. And this is my 2012 mandala. I called that year my year of fullness. The conditions this time are on a butterfly because the cover of the Lotus and the Lily is a butterfly. And the conditions have not changed, but perhaps you notice that the things on the periphery always change. Because whether I ask for them or not, everything I need or want always comes to me since I began this practice. So let me show you now how I pray with my mandala. When I walk in my office, the first thing I do is come over to my altar. This is my creative altar. And I light a candle. This candle comes from St. Michael's Shrine in Tarpon Springs. And I also light this little beautiful candle, Manifest a Miracle, and put it in front of my precious son's picture. I then look at my soul vows and I renew them very quickly. It only takes a moment to say these 7 statements. They happen to match the chakras, and so I hold my hands in front of my chakras as I say them. I unite to create good, first chakra. I live in partnership. I honor myself. I come from love. I surrender. Guess what? There is no path but God's. I seek truth, and I pray always. These are my soul vows. The next thing I do is look down at my writing blessing. And I say this out loud. This is my writing blessing, written on May 15th, 2007, and renewed today. Today happens to be January 3rd, 2013. I won't go through the whole thing now, but just know that I renew my writer's blessing. Then, I very quickly say this beautiful blessing from Lorna Byrne and these affirmations from Unity Now. That entire process takes 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then I walk over to my Intention Mandala. The reason it's not at my altar and it's over here is this is my computer. This is where I sit all day, and I want my Intention Mandala to feed my peripheral vision and talk to me at every moment that I'm working. So I would like to introduce you to my 2013 brand new Intention Mandala, My Falcon Wings. And here's my precious falcon who actually did visit me in the physical a couple weeks ago. And here once again are my conditions. They have not changed. I still live in intention. I say my prayers out loud, etc. But I have changed the way I complete the process. And so, join me as I demonstrate, pray with you, what I do every single day with my Intention Mandala. I come and stand in front of it. I put my hands to my heart, I make eye contact. I really take in this precious and holy symbol to me of the life I want to live. And I glance at all the things I want. This year, instead of putting them on the periphery, I have them in the falcon's talons. I glance, but I don't spend very much time there. I usually actually go like this, and I give them to God, and I say, okay, well, you know everything I need, you know everything I want, you know things I don't even know I need or want. I know you're taking care of that. My job, my only job today, is to live my conditions. And then I sing them. Now, forewarned, I can't sing, okay? And that's a good thing, because if I sounded fabulous, you might think, oh, I have to sound fabulous too. You so don't. This is a deeply personal prayer, and usually people aren't in my room having the experience with me. This is what I do. I live in intention. I, Janet Connor, use words to connect people to the light. This is my sole purpose statement. And so, as long as I'm living in intention, it seemed like kind of a good thing to include it in my prayers at this moment. I live in intention. I, Janet Connor, use words to connect people to the light. I live in intention. I say my prayers out loud. I work in sacred space. I do my holy work, and I see only what's coming in, and I have a grateful heart. Oh, I have a grateful heart. Oh, I am a grateful heart. And that way I hear, I renew, I fall back into love with my 6 conditions. But that's not the end of the prayer. The way I have always closed the prayer is to tap my heart and say I am one with the one. But when the falcon came to visit, and I went online and researched falcon, I learned that the falcon has 2 astonishing attributes. The falcon is the fastest animal on earth. This matters. This fits the Intention Mandala, because science demonstrates that this is not a 2-dimensional piece of paper. This is a 3-dimensional holographic sphere. And because the universe is this quantum field of limitless intelligence, things can happen that fast. And my life is proof that things can happen faster than you can even ask for them. And so I wasn't particularly surprised to discover that the falcon is the fastest animal on earth, clocked at over 240 miles an hour. And this to me matches her right wing, because if I'm one with the one, then I am one with the speed of God. Her left wing, however, is new. This is a new concept for me and a new way to close my prayer. I also learned online that the falcon is the most fearless animal on earth, the fastest and the most unafraid. So I wasn't quite sure what to do with that. Am I simply going to say I'm unafraid, I'm fearless? I don't know, some days I would not say that I feel exactly fearless. And through one of those divine, fast as the speed of God, someone told me that Amy Grant has a song called Unafraid. The closing lines of this song are, love could make you, love can make you, love will make you unafraid. So if the falcon is the most fearless animal on earth, and only love can make you unafraid, then I had to write on her left wing, love makes me unafraid. Didn't realize till I finished this that she is the perfect union of the masculine and the feminine. The masculine on the right, speed, and the feminine on the left, love. So now I close my prayer by looking at her right wing and saying I am one with the one, and looking at her left wing and reminding myself that love makes me unafraid. Now, that's what I do. That's my prayer practice. When I'm completed here, I sit down in my sacred writing chair and do my deep soul writing. And you have just seen how all 5 wisdom habits in Your Soul Wants 5 Things fit into a prayer practice that even with 10 minutes of deep soul writing takes 20 minutes. And I learned recently reading this book, How God Changes Your Brain. Get my post-it notes off so you can see it, How God Changes Your Brain, that research shows that the ideal amount of time for an effective spiritual practice that actually changes your brain is 20 to 40 minutes. And so it sounds like a lot that I have these 5 wisdom habits, but it takes 20, maybe 25 minutes, and that includes my deep soul writing time. And so I invite you not to follow, not to mimic, not to set up your altar to look like mine, but simply to notice and see, and I hope feel, how easy, how effortless, how beautiful this prayer practice is. So after you've read the Lotus and the Lily and gone through the 30-day practice, the 30-day program, and you're ready to create your Intention Mandala, you also get to create your Intention Mandala prayer practice. And then your life will change. It has to. That's the God-given natural order. Bless you.